It's very difficult to fully describe the level of anticipation that has been building up over the last many months for Bahubali 2. The people who watched Bahubali 1 and all of the epic suspense that had built up at that time has now finally paid off with the release of Bahubali 2, the epic conclusion. The biggest film hits screens today. Bahubali 2 is releasing across 6,500 screens in India. The epic sequel has released on 9,000 screens worldwide, which is huge for an Indian film by any stretch. Earlier this week, the film received fantastic response in advance booking sales in India, and most of the tickets were sold out for the first weekend, of course. Ticket booking site Book My Show announced that it has already sold over 1 million tickets in just over 24 hours for Bahubali 2. In terms of advance sales revenue, the Rajamouli film has surpassed the Bollywood blockbuster Dangal, which had Amir Khan in the lead.
So far, what I've been hearing, I'm getting extraordinary reports about the film, and people are saying it's enormous. It's a new landmark in Indian cinema.
After initial hiccups, finally the excitement here in Chennai is palpable. I'm standing at the popular Satyam Cinemas, and you can see the kind of crowds that have gathered just ahead of the first day fair show. Yes, it's been delayed to about 11 a.m. but look at the kind of crowds that have gathered. It's a full house, obviously, so people standing here in anticipation. So a lot of excitement, anticipation for part 2 of Bahubali. There you go. Now they finally opened the gates. People are rushing in to catch it. Just a few minutes for them really to go to get the answer to the $1 million question that I just asked the crowd back there as well. With camera person Daniel, this is Akshita Nandagopal in Chennai for India Today.
It's a moment of big relief for the fans of Bahubali. The Bahubali 2 conclusion is finally released in the city of Chennai, and we can see the large crowd which is gathered outside the theatre screens. Most of these people are carrying their tickets in their hand, and yes, finally the 11 a.m. show is on. We've seen today morning, the morning shows were cancelled across the state, and people were very disappointed. Many of them even faced a lathi charge, but now it's a moment to rejoice. They will finally know why Kattappa killed Bahubali. Will they be able to meet the expectation? Will the producers and the directors be able to face the expectations of the Tamil crowd? Is something that will be know after the show gets over. But now we are seeing an elated crowd going in. From Chennai, this is Akshanath for India Today.
The much anticipated Bahubali Part 2 has been released all across the country today, and right now we are in Patna, and the suspense and the curiosity that the film had created, that why did Kattappa kill Bahubali, and that's the basic question for which the people here are thronging to the cinema halls to get an answer. And we are at a cinema hall here in Patna, and you can see here that all the shows for the next 3 days are all going houseful, whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sundays. You can see all the shows are all houseful. You cannot get tickets, but still there are many people who have come here to watch the film so that they can get to know the curiosity, the suspense that was created by this film. आपने फिल्म देख ली है?
नहीं, टिकट मिल रहा है सर, टिकट नहीं मिल रहा है। एक मिनट,
टिकट मिला आप लोग को?
कहाँ मिला, सारा फुल है, संडे तक फुल है।
आप लोग कैसे क्यों आए हैं देखने के लिए फिल्म?
क्यों आए हैं, कटप्पा ने बाहुबली को क्यों मारा? मेनली वही है,
बस वही देखने आया, क्यों मारा, रीजन पता होना चाहिए।
कोई अच्छा रीजन है या ऐसे ही मार दिया, वही पता करना।
साल से बहुत ज्यादा आप लोगों को
बहुत ज्यादा एक्साइटेड थे। ये मतलब यूनिवर्सल क्वेश्चन बन गया था उससे। हाँ, मतलब क्लास से लेके कोचिंग तक ये क्वेश्चन चलता रहता था,
खासकर यंगस्टर्स के बीच में।
यंगस्टर के बीच में ज्यादातर
बहुत ज्यादा।
तो टिकट ब्लैक भी हो रहा है बहुत,
मिल जाए तो ले लेंगे,
ब्लैक में भी मिल जाए तो वो भी ले लेंगे।
So it's become like a universal question as to why did Kattappa kill Bahubali, and that is why we are seeing that the cinema lovers are going to the cinema halls to watch Bahubali Part 2, and many people are coming here. A lot of them have also not managed to get tickets because it's being sold for black. But as you can see here that for the next 3 days, all the shows for Bahubali Part 2 is going houseful. But people really want answer to the question, and that is why they are all thronging to the cinema halls to watch Bahubali Part 2. With camera person Deepak Kumar, this is Rohit Singh in Patna for India Today.
Nobody can dismiss our coverage of Bahubali as an entertainment story. This is not entertainment journalism. The economy surrounding the phenomenon that is Bahubali makes it not just a cinema and entertainment phenomenon, but a huge Indian phenomenon. The money that this movie is going to make, what it's going to do as far as India's image for filmmaking abroad is concerned, India's prowess for filmmaking abroad is concerned, is difficult to completely capture. And that's why Bahubali 2 is such a huge source of focus for us here on India Today this evening. I want to go across now to our reporters who've been on the ground, some of them lucky enough to have got the shows as well. We have T.A. Sudhir, consulting editor, with us live from Hyderabad, Pia Hingorani with us from Mumbai, Akshita live from Chennai, and Swati from here in the national capital. Sudhir, I want to quickly come to you first because I hear that you were one of the lucky few who got that premiere yesterday, Sudhir. So one of the handful of lucky ones who watched the movie before everyone else. So without giving us the answers to the questions everyone's asking, what's your verdict? What was it like?
Well, Shiv, definitely the second part, as many people who have seen the movie would also agree that it's far better than the first part. The first part was a visual spectacle. The second one is much more fleshed out in terms of storytelling. So in that sense, it is a human drama, it's a revenge drama. So in that sense, it keeps the people much more engrossed in the story. So this movie, the second part, the conclusion is definitely poised to do much better than part one. Now, most people, we heard those very interesting voices coming from Patna, are interested in knowing why Kattappa killed Bahubali. But I think the story is much beyond that stab in the back. The story is about the interplay of human emotions, and I was very impressed with the manner in which, and I wouldn't want to give away any part of the plot, the manner in which the women characters have been fleshed out, especially Ramya Krishnan's character of Shivagami and Anushka Shetty's character of Devsena. I think that will make a lot of people interested in the plot, that it is not just about Bahubali and Bhalala Deva, it is also about these very, very strong women characters, the fatal flaws in them, which actually leads to a tragic turn of events in the entire story of Maheshmati. So in that sense, Rajamouli has managed to get the entire masala of the typical Indian movie right. And that would really keep the viewers interested in what happens. And it's a long movie, it's almost 3 hours long. Yeah. So in that sense, even though it's 3 hours long, people don't get really bored.
Very, very interesting.